left off in episode 2, things were getting interesting. Well, what happened next? BJ did a little thing he likes to call relationship building. And somehow he found a loophole. A loophole that got us onto a road we probably shouldn't have ever been on.
I don't really want the transmission to get up over 200. We're going to just stop, let the van idle.
And he wasn't about to turn back now.
Oh, we're going to need to let this do another cool down here. Do not want to stress this thing.
Was it worth the risk?
I'm really easing on the brakes.
You're about to find out.
Okay, we are at Skyline Drive, Mount Equinox,
Okay.
And it's a very fine line on whether or not a B van can go up the Skyline Drive. Supposedly, if your vehicle holds more than 8 passengers, you can't go. If it's a bus or an RV, you can't go. But I explained to the nice lady in here that it was just a Ram ProMaster van that we converted into a camper. And
Got to be creative with the explanation.
Yeah, I actually hiked up here this morning by foot and back. And now I'm going to take Amy up in the van because why not, right? And I actually talked to her husband who's working up at the top and explained it to him. He called, talked to her. She had somebody else come in today with a B van. She took a picture of it, sent it to her boss, and said, "Can we allow these up?" Boss never got back to her. So she told the people, "I can't tell you yes or no, it's your choice."
She's making an executive decision.
They ended up not going up in their van.
Oh no.
But she's like, heck with it. My boss has not gotten back to me. So
we found the loophole.
If you think you can do it, then have at it. If you feel uncomfortable, like you can't make it, then, turn around and come back down. So we're going to give it a try. I've got my handy little token to get through the gate.
Okay.
And we're going to send it.
We're going to send it. Here we go.
Get through quick before anybody
Before anybody stops us and says no.
Well, what I want to do is turn tow haul on.
Okay. Why did you turn tow haul on?
It increases the RPMs at which your van shifts, both uphill and downhill. I just wanted to take a little bit of less, take some stress off of the transmission, because this is going to be quite a climb for this van between the engine and the transmission. I'm hoping that there's, like pull-off spots.
Sounds like there would be.
That I can stop if we have to. I didn't ask if it was paved all the way or not. I hope it is. This does not like loose, gravelly rock.
I'm sure it's paved the whole way. Mount Washington is.
Mount Washington is paved all the way, yep.
We have gone up Mount Washington's auto road, not in the van, in our personal vehicle. That's a big one.
Yeah, I don't think I would try to take this up Mount Washington.
No. Is this a superior way than your hike this morning?
This is way easier than hiking up this mountain. Yep.
Oh. Yeah, parking area.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pull in and let the van cool for a second. We're doing good. We're at 221, which is about normal operating temperature in this thing when we're working hard. Transmission temp's at 170.
Perfect.
We're not pushing anything. B-Van, Skyline Drive.
And you didn't wink at the lady?
I didn't wink at her.
Didn't wink.
No. She was nice, and her husband was equally nice. And, you know, things like this, I come from a work environment that focuses on relationship building. And I think when you have a good rapport and relationship with people, that
helps.
make good things happen. So
Yeah.
they do have some low-hanging fruit
I know,
here.
we didn't talk about height requirement, but I would assume if that was a problem, maybe that's why they said no RVs.
Yeah. Letting the van cool. See our coolant temps bumping up a little bit.
Okay.
I want it to be.
What grade would you say that is?
I mean, it's not super steep.
20?
Yeah, 15 to 20% grade probably.
I'm shocked that it's not switchbacking, that we are just...
Oh, it probably will switch back. You know, but like I said, I'm just kind of cruising in the tow haul. I don't want to see anything above 230 on my coolant. I think the tow haul, keeping the RPMs up is key. She's a big vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so far so good. A little bit of a drop in elevation. Now I'm going to put it in manual mode. I want us in as low a gear as possible. Okay.
I don't know if that's a personal residence.
That's quite something.
That'd be cool. One Skyline Drive.
Right? No doubt.
Still in manual mode, right?
Yep. Hairpin turn, go slow.
Certainly was.
Yep.
Doing a great job. Hairpin turn the other way. Another hairpin turn.
Mm-hmm. Take it wide. Oh, shoot. God. Of course, you meet the one vehicle
The
where
one
you need a
vehicle
fucking wide
coming down.
hairpin turn.
Coming up on another parking area.
Yeah. We're gonna park for a second.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's got picnic tables.
We could actually
everything.
have a pretty nice view up here.
Wow. We'll take you out and show you. Hold on.
Seatbelts on.
No. Okay.
All right. Next leg of our journey. Got our temps down, back down where I like them. Didn't shut the van off, just left it idling. Dropped transmission temperature down about 15 degrees. So we're back around 180. And I'm good with 180. Said when it's getting close to 200, the 6.2 TE, you got to be careful with it.
It's a beautiful road.
Yeah, it is a well-maintained road. And she told me they maintain this road all winter.
It's open all winter?
It's open all winter, not for people, not for Skyline Drive, but
for maintenance.
For maintenance, because the monks are at the monastery.
Right. The monks.
Mm-hmm.
Low hanging fruit.
Low hanging fruit.
That one grazed us a bit.
Trim them up.
Yep. I'm sure that's why they say no RVs. They're not maintaining the
overhead.
The overhead. Luckily, because we're here on a Tuesday, it's not super busy, so we can kind of split the difference. I couldn't imagine doing this during peak season or a busy Saturday. This would be tough if there were a lot of people around. Wow. Wow, look over there. That's pretty.
All right, second cool down break. Due to the transmission temperature getting up close to 200. I don't want it to go over 200. And it actually has worked out perfect because both of the times I've had to stop.
Sorry, a bug.
Yeah, mosquitoes. We were able to find a nice pull-off scenic view.
Yeah.
We just got to look at the monastery down below. It's gorgeous up here. I'm glad that we're able to take this thing up here, so.
Yeah. Final leg, here we go.
Yep, push to the summit.
Hairpin turn.
I'm taking it wide.
Very wide.
Another one. We're on the right side though this time.
Oh, we have arrived. Fun.
Look at the oil leaks everywhere. Everybody's blowing transmissions coming up here.
Good job.
Yep,
we made it.
We made it to the top.
Okay, let's go look around.
Yep.
Well, we've made it to the top of Mount Equinox, standing at about 3,848 feet. This building is the St. Bruno Scenic Viewing Center, but it has an interesting history. It actually sits on the site of the former Skyline Inn, a mountaintop restaurant and inn that operated here for decades. The inn eventually closed, and after sitting vacant and falling out of compliance with the state, it was replaced with this viewing center in 2012. Today, the center gives visitors a chance to take in the incredible views and also learn about the history of Mount Equinox and the Carthusian monks who own much of this mountain. Just down the mountain is the charter house for the Transfiguration, home of the Carthusian order. These monks live a very secluded life dedicated to silence, prayer, and contemplation. In fact, this is the only Carthusian monastery in North America, and the monastery itself is closed to visitors. And there's a really cool piece of history inside the center. The hearth in the main hall incorporates pieces of rock from the summit that have names and initials carved into them. For generations, people climbed Equinox and carved their names into this soft summit rock, and some of those historic carvings were later cut from the rock and incorporated into the hearth, with inscriptions dating back as far as 1776. So that's really cool. As we were walking around, we noticed these plaques on the wall. Since 1950, Mount Equinox has hosted its famous hill climb, where vintage sports cars race nearly 5 miles up Skyline Drive, climbing more than 3,000 feet and tackling over 40 turns. And remarkably, the tradition continues today, with vintage cars still making the climb. So from monks and mountain inns to roaring racing cars, Mount Equinox has definitely seen some characters come and go. I guess you could say we're standing where history has had quite a ride. And a view. Thank you for driving up the Mount Equinox Skyline Drive.
Yeah, ProMaster made it. So for the downhill approach, I'm going to put it in tow haul to keep the RPMs higher than normal, and I'm going to put it in manual mode. Probably run it in either first or second gear, maybe even switch back and forth between first and second, just to use the transmission a little bit more. So the transmission helps the braking system out again. Brakes are pretty good on this thing. I don't really worry about the brakes overheating. They're huge. It's more the transmission and the engine, but I don't think we should have any issues going downhill compared to, coming up, had to pull over a couple times, let it idle, let the transmission temp come down 10, 15 degrees. We were pushing 200. And, once I started using the manual mode, the engine temperature stayed fine, and the Sequence 20L made it up Skyline Drive. I don't know if we were supposed to, but we talked her into it, and she let us come up. So
it sounded like it was on your own comfort level. If you felt comfortable driving up here,
yeah,
then she was happy to have you.
Yeah, so really, and again, for anybody who's thinking of doing this, the rules are no campers or RVs, no vehicle that seats more than 8. That's the rule. So technically we are a camper van. We kind of are an RV.
Right. I think.
But we only seat 2.
Right.
So
I can see why they wouldn't have a lot of taller vehicles, bigger vehicles up here. And if it was busy.
And also length, because there's
the hairpin turns.
4 or 5 very tight hairpin turns that even with our length, I kind of had to go wide to swing it around those. I couldn't cut those turns, no way.
If we were here on a Saturday, or it was a very busy day, if they had an event up here or whatever,
I could see foliage season.
I can see, yeah,
This
absolutely. I would avoid.
Yep.
And yeah,
in a van.
And I think you just need to sweet talk your way up here, because it is very cool. And I'm very glad that we were able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of cool. Last year I hiked Mansfield, and we were able to take the gondola up. And we had a lot of fun doing that. I like to be able to show Amy what I get to see by doing these crazy hikes. So
this was much easier to get to the summit.
Yeah, to be able to have her, to take the van up and come up, all of us in the van. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. So thank you for driving up here.
Yep.
Now we got to go back down.
No problem.
Okay. Do you remember when we said this?
With a B van, she took a picture of it, sent it to her boss, and said, "Can we allow these up?" Ended up not going up in their van.
Oh no. We stopped and introduced ourselves, and there they were, the van that we had been talking about earlier. Lee and April confirmed it was them, and then we discovered they were staying at the same campground. So of course we caught up with them later. Okay, so we're stopped for a snack.
Mm-hmm.
And I just...
Butterfinger.
So BJ brought these out of the freezer, but look at how expanded it is. It's
ready to pop.
All puffed up. And why?
Because of the change in elevation. We're at almost 4,000 feet above sea level.
So the air expands in the packaging because it's sealed?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
The more you know.
Everything in our fridge that's tight sealed is probably expanded.
Even in the fridge right now?
Yep.
That's a terrifying thought, but...
Mm-hmm.
How's your Butterfinger ice cream bar?
It's so good.
This was a great snack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great area to have a snack, too.
Mm-hmm. You know, so I'm really easing on the brakes. Said let the transmission take the brunt of the work. Okay, we made it down Skyline Drive. Thoughts?
I loved that.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I loved that.
Yes.
I loved that we were able to go up. I loved the view. I loved the story behind it.
And thank you for thanking me a bunch of times. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I get so focused on driving. Like I'm driving and Amy's trying to talk to me and she's saying things to me and I'm just so, I have very bad hearing. So I'm so focused on what's going on. I don't even realize that she's like, you're doing a great job and I love you and everything is awesome. And I'm just like, dirt. But, you know, it's just, we've been together for almost 30 years, so she's used to it by now.
It's fine.
But, you know, I guess the first thing is, obviously, this is not the same day we went up Skyline Drive.
It is not.
You know, but we felt like we needed to come back on and just kind of do a closing statement, I guess. I was, again, so focused on coming down that we just didn't have time to shoot a bunch of video. The camera levels it out. Yeah. It was probably, I would say, a 10 to 20% grade up and down that drive, which is pretty darn steep. I mean, really anything above like 12, 13 is pretty, and there were some sections going around the hairpins where, you know, it was probably...
Yeah, you'd come around a corner and then just go straight out.
Yeah, it was pushing 18 to 20% grade. So the camera leveled it out. It was super steep, and, you know, driving a vehicle this big and this heavy, I really had to focus on driving. And I
understood that.
Yeah, and coming down, you know, basically, I put the tow haul on, I put it in manual mode, and I left it in first gear. I never took it out of first. I let the RPMs go up to like 4,500. And then I would ease on the brake, get it down below 3,000, and then I just kind of did that, seesawed back and forth, doing that the whole way down, stopped a couple of times to just let the brakes cool off, although I never smelled the brakes on our van. I think we were doing just fine. I think we could have went the whole way and never stopped, just doing what I was doing. Engine coolant didn't get hotter than normal. Transmission never got, I think, above 170, 165, 170.
And so I think it's important to address, where are you seeing those numbers?
Oh, I have yes. So I have a Scan Gauge 3. I guess you could call it it's a gauge. It's a gauge that plugs into the OBD2 port on the van. And it's made specifically, or I can program it specifically for the ProMaster for this year, this transmission, and I pull up the engine coolant temperature, the transmission temperature, engine oil temperature. You know, there's a bunch of things that I monitor, and I have it right on my dash. So when you see me driving and I'm constantly doing a look to my left, it's just me checking on those gauges to see where we're at temperature wise. It's, in my opinion, indispensable. I wouldn't drive this van without it because of how problematic the 6-speed transmission is in these ProMasters.
Right.
Yeah, it just keep an eye on it so I know exactly where we're at, and on the way up it saved me 3 times. 2 times I had to stop and let it cool down because it was starting to push that 200-degree temperature. And there was another time where I shifted it down into manual mode, and that actually helped drop the temperature down a little bit.
And I did try in the video, I tried to keep some of those background sounds available to you so that you could hear the high RPMs that the van was incurring. But
oh yeah, I mean, it's a big,
otherwise it can
heavy
be
vehicle.
It can be invasive to hear all of that rumbling and grumbling. So I did try to clean it up a little bit, but I wanted you to know where he was seeing those numbers.
Yeah.
And then I think the last little bit that we noticed was as we were heading out of town, we did stop back at Skyline Drive. I wanted to get this fun bumper sticker for our van. And when I purchased the bumper sticker, there was a different lady at the front desk. And she looked at me and said, "Are you in that van?" And I said, "Yes, we are." And she said, "Well, I hope that's not for you." And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Well, if I were here, I would not have let you up. Did you go up?" And I said, "Yes, we sure did." And so I don't know if I got her in trouble. I don't know if I got that lady in trouble that let us up. And I truly apologize if we did. But it just goes to show you that it really depends on who you get at the gate. Had I have been there with this lady, she would not have let us come up.
Right.
So this is all part of that.
Relationship building.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, and we're not advocating for people to break the rules.
No.
You know, I talked to 2 employees, explained the situation, told them what we had. The gentleman at the top called his wife who worked at the bottom, explained the situation to her on the phone while I'm standing there.
With a photo of our van.
And then it was agreed that we will pull in and she can take a look at it and make that determination. And that's exactly what happened, you know. So, you know, we don't want to advocate for people to break the rules, and we don't want to advocate for people to do something
they may not be comfortable with.
Yeah.
We went up because we're very comfortable driving on roads like that here in Maine. We travel New Hampshire and Vermont all the time. We're very familiar with mountain roads. And so that's why we felt comfortable. But
we've been on worse than that.
We've been on worse. Yeah.
That were dirt. Which is why at one point in the video, you'll notice I said, I hope this road doesn't turn into dirt at some point because this thing does not like loose gravel, especially when you're doing a 15 to 20% grade.
Yeah. So full disclaimer.
Yeah.
We're not encouraging you to drive up Mount Equinox Skyline Drive or to break the rules, but if you do feel comfortable to do it, you're doing it on your own accord.
And they let you. You know,
Sure.
like that's the other thing, if they let you. And your awesome words of encouragement.
And your awesome driving.
Thank you. I appreciate that, honey.
Okay,
we listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned for episode 4 of our Vermont series. It's going to be the end of our week. What we did, all the places, the stops, the sites, and the eats. So stay tuned for that one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Okay, that's it for now. Like and subscribe. We'll talk to you on the next one.
She's a big vehicle.
Yeah.
So for the downhill, which side's the camera on?
It's right here.
Okay.
See? Right here.
Gotcha. I know why. I feel so exposed.